She's definitely a mean old lady. The neighbor from hell. Okay, so there you see, yeah, we come home, first thing we notice is she's piled a bunch of cinder blocks up to my bricks, and she removed my small mini wrought iron. She's trying to get this one right now. She removed everything from over there. Okay, so yeah, the officers are definitely next door. And I don't know if they've made contact, but if they have, supposedly they're supposed to give her some kind of a citation or something.
Thursday, 2:38 a.m. Time and day not set.
Well, Robin, this is Senior Officer Dean, Simi Valley Police Department. I apologize for the delay. I was hoping that your neighbor would return my multiple phone calls and the 2 attempts that I went to her residence. At this point, I've been unable to contact her, so what I did is I had already written the report that night, so I submitted a warrant declaration to the Ventura County District Attorney's Office requesting her arrest for the violation of the restraining order. So that is a report that I did send up to the Ventura County District Attorney's Office. I'd love to give you a timeline. Honestly, it could be weeks, it could be months before a warrant actually gets issued. But essentially, that portion of it is out of my hands. It is now in the hands of the Ventura County District Attorney's Office. So if you have any questions, please feel free to give me a call back. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, there she is. She may hide from the sheriff, but she can't hide from me. Yeah, I saw her pull it up. I just let her know the sheriff's been looking for her. So far, she's been doing pretty good dodging the sheriff. He's been there 3-4 times now. But, you know, she won't open that gate, won't open the door. Sneaks out at midnight, whatever, I don't know. Eventually, the sheriff, I'm sure, will make contact with her. Gotta switch back into that. Yeah, the camera crew is back from the documentary, and they want me to switch back into the dress I wore at court, and they're going to film a after court scene, I guess. All right, so it's the same gang that was here the last time. This is going to be after court.
Hey.
So we're wrapping it up for today, and hose is still running along the wall, in spite of the judge saying it has to be removed. And of course, my poor retaining wall. Look how bad it looks. From John jacking it all up. And they're trying to get to the backyard retaining wall right there. See, they're pulling that out too. As you can see. Yeah, good thing I got that restraining order. Okay, so the sheriff has tried 3 times now unsuccessfully to serve my neighbor. And since her ex-tenant, Tom, is coming over here for some pizza, I'm going to have him serve her. Hopefully he'll serve her. I don't know. I'm going to try anyway, because I definitely need to file this with the courthouse. She definitely needs to be served, and she's definitely avoiding the police at all costs. Okay, so at this point, Crosnoe has evaded being served that restraining order. You know, the sheriff has made multiple trips. The police have made multiple trips. Nobody can get in there. She just won't open the gate, basically. She just sneaks out at night. So Tom and Cynthia, you know, they weren't able to come here for pizza last night, but they do have court against her on Monday. I'm going to go there on Monday morning because it's before the same judge who overheard all the financial stuff between Crosnoe and I. And since that case ain't over, yeah, I'm going there. But I'm going to have the bailiff in that courtroom serve Miss Crosnoe, if I could do it that way. Okay, it is July 29th. Tom and Cynthia are doing court today, and I'm going to be there. And it's going to be a surprise, obviously, to Miss Crosnoe, but she's managed to avoid going to the courthouse on my matter to get that restraining order. And she's avoided the sheriff, she's avoided the police. So yeah, I'm actually going to go to the police department before I get to the courtroom to let them know that she's going to be at that courtroom. I don't know if it'll help. I just know that I'm hoping to get her served today. That's the goal here today, to get her served that permanent restraining order. Somehow, some way. If it's not the bailiff, not the police, maybe Tom, because he'll be there. So we'll see what happens. Whew. Okay, so out of the courtroom. There was only one surprise, actually. You know, I was there because to be a witness for Tom and Cynthia versus Crosnoe, and the commissioner, Snyder, Julia Snyder, was not there. I wanted to see her reaction when Crosnoe stepped up to the plaintiff's side there, just so she would see that it was Crosnoe and that she was suing somebody else. I really wanted to see if she would treat her any differently as the plaintiff versus the poor defendant that owed somebody money. So, yeah, she wasn't there. It was her day off, apparently. How convenient, right? There was a different judge. It's called pro tem, a temporary judge. And he was great, actually. Fabulous. He let everybody talk. He didn't try to throw them out. He didn't try to cut them short. Even when the defendant or the plaintiff was obviously a bit irate, he let him go ahead and just speak. And so I kind of hope he's going to be there when I have to go back into that courtroom on 8/26 because, you know, Julia Snyder is ordering me to pay back my money that the sheriff seized on my behalf from Crosnoe's checking account. And I definitely don't want to give it back. I'm not going to give it back, let's face it. I'll go to jail before I give back my money that was due to me. But, okay, anyway, I'm hoping he's going to be the judge because apparently at least he'll let me talk. And now, okay, Tom, he's going to try and serve Crosnoe. Okay, so that's Tom, and he's definitely going to be serving Linda. And he's putting on a little costume to boot just to make sure she doesn't recognize him as he walks in. He is now entering Panera Bread with restraining order in hand. This is proof of service.
These are the minutes from the whole. You have an arrest warrant for your issue right now, so you should be aware of that. You're going to go to jail soon.
Sure. All right, why don't you give him a call?
I will. I'm going to tell him I'm here. I'm going to let him know that you're here.
Tell him where I'm at. Okay, so you've been served, right? You served her?
You've been served.
All right, you've been served. The sheriff has been trying their best to serve you. The police have been trying to serve you. You did not show up in court. That is a permanent restraining order. That is a permanent restraining order. You are not to touch my fence. Yes, it is. You are not to touch my fence.
I know what this is.
You are to stay away from me and my family. You are not to have any contact with John. He cannot contact me. Your tenant Kim cannot contact me, cannot touch anything. You have been served. You have been served. She tried to get up and walk away when she saw you?
No. When I started reading the order to her, she's like, you're not allowed to do this in public. I'm like, I'm doing it.
Yeah, you can do it in public. Thank you, Tom, for doing that. I really appreciate that. Thank you, Cynthia, for allowing him to do that.
Oh, gosh, you're right. Okay.
And thank you for getting that on camera. Whew. That was wild, right? Oh, God. You know, seeing Tom serve Crosnoe, it was wonderful to see. Clearly what I said to her after he served her and what I was thinking were two different things, so, you know, clearly. Because I just was thinking, you know, gee, I hate to interrupt your lunch after you've interrupted my life for the last 7 years. But, yeah, I wanted to just say a few other mean things to her, but I didn't. But I did. I wanted to say you know, that you are definitely the worst neighbor ever. And, you know, just, I had to bite my tongue the whole time. And so I think I did good there. I just said, you know, you've been served. Stay away from my fence. Stay away from my family. Stay away from my job, my car. Make sure your scumbag friend John stays away as well. But, yeah, I did. I bit my tongue. I wanted to say so much more to her, but I just wanted to make sure that I had proof of service, and I got that proof of service. So, yay. Hopefully now my next door neighbor will find somebody else to go bug. Yeah, my neighbor, you know, she just presents and convinces a lot of people that she's just a sweet little old lady with you know, problems, and she's a victim, always the victim. But in reality, she's just a mean, nasty person with an ugly heart, and she just, yeah, she's evil. There's no doubt about it. She's just evil to the core. But that's okay. At this point in time, she's been served, and that's all that really matters here. She's been served. So hopefully, yeah, she'll find somebody else to be mean and nasty too. As long as it's not me. I'm tired of having to spend money to replace my property because of her. She's just not a nice person. And I definitely bit my tongue when I had the opportunity to speak to her. I wanted to say so much more. Okay, time to mail that proof of service off to the courthouse. Okay, the goal has been met. The goal was to get Miss Crosnoe served. My neighbor, seriously, I hope you never have to serve a restraining order on your neighbor. I'm glad it finally took place. She is definitely the neighbor from hell. I hope you never have to entail anybody like her as a neighbor. I am hoping that this restraining order will prove to be just what I needed to keep my neighbor from destroying this property, from harassing me, from just causing me grief. I do. I hope this is exactly what my neighbor needed. You just never know which clown you'll see or what act you'll get to entail when you go to the Crosnoe Circus.